Live.
We're live. Brilliant.
Wow.
Well, welcome everyone to another episode of FBS Chat. And today we have Marieke from Breda in the southern Netherlands, on the borders of Netherlands and Belgium. Is that right, Marieke?
That's right.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for spending this time with us. So I always ask our guests how they came across the solution-focused approach initially. Was it and what made you think this was the right way for me to work?
Oh, wow. That's a big question. I don't know. I think a lot of years ago, I just tried it. I had my own practice and I heard someone talking about solution focused. And I think it was in 2005 or something. And I did one course and it fit me. So it fit me well in my own lifestyle, my thinking, my basic trust in other people. And I think it was Pout. That's a colleague of mine in Holland I work a lot with. You know her also.
Yeah.
And she brought me to Brief in London. And I think then I was really, I had the fever from Brief. So then I was really, that fit me really well. It fit me in my own life, my personal development, my work, in all the roles I have in my working life. So I cannot do anything else anymore, I think.
Yeah. A lot of people have said that they can't go back to the way they used to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's a very common. So you got the bug, and then you got the fever at Brief.
Yeah, that's really true.
How did it because you kind of said it resonated with your personality or your way of viewing life. How did it resonate with you in that way?
Well, I think I always have, and that I had it from when I was young. I always have the belief in other children, and I was taught to be a therapist, and then you have to analyze the problems. And it fit me for a few years really well in a psychiatric hospital. I didn't know anything else. But when you're stuck in really heavy problems, sometimes I also cry help. And when, especially in families, there are borders to help people. And I think this belief in others, it gives me and them a lot of opportunities, that there are always solutions to have a better life. It doesn't have to be the perfect life, but there's a better chance to be a better version of yourself. And I think so it gives me a lot more space to work with the difficult families. I think, is that a little bit of an answer on your question?
Yeah, that's a lovely answer. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. In the middle, I thought, where am I going?
No.
But that's the English part.
So, because often, obviously, having that belief in your client, that they can find those answers with maybe having that conversation, would that have gone against your initial training as you being the expert rather than the client?
Yeah, because I used to be the expert. I think I'm trained to be the expert when I was at my first school to be a therapist. And I was with a team of lots of psychiatrics and other therapists. And we were the experts all together. We were always talking about what's best for the other. The other was not in the room. So when I got the bug and I had the fever for Brief, I'm not talking without the parents anymore. I'm always talking with them and not over them with my colleagues. But when I want something, I ask them, what do they want and how will they be helped or be a better version of themselves? So I think that's the biggest difference, that I don't talk with people in my room about all these clients, but talk with the clients.
Yeah. And was that, sorry, go on, Ash.
Hannah Dyson, who does watch the show regularly, has just asked a question. Marieke, your voice is very reassuring and calming.
Wow.
Does this help your work?
I get chicken skin from that question. And she is so right, because I always hear this but also in my trainings, also in my supervisions, everybody says you're so calm. But I'm not calm at all. I'm really hardworking and I'm really stressed now. But I have something, I think that's my natural behavior, or maybe that's lucky for me. But it helps me really, and really in the high conflict cases, but also very stressed families. I can say a lot of things without really hurting or confronting them because of my calmness. But that's not a thing that's just me. I'm not faking or playing a role or something.
Beautiful.
So when you came back from brief and you went back to where was your day job at the time when you went back from brief? Where were you working? Who were you dealing with?
Well, I have my own practice, and I'm working as a trainer in solution focused in the youth care. So all youth professionals who work with families. But I'm also working in the families myself, the families who are in the high risk families, the divorced families, but also high risk cases with I don't know the word, abusing or had really heavy stuff. So I work as a family coach. I don't call it a family therapist anymore. I'm just a family coach, because I really want to coach them. And that's not only that I follow the client, because some cases where really danger, the safety is really, really tricky. I have to do something, and I'm not only following them. So I do a lot. I follow a lot of training myself. I give a lot of training, and I work with all the clients. And I think that circle makes me the best version of myself. I'm always learning. And I think I always want to be the best version of myself. I don't want to be perfect, but I'm always challenging myself. That's also really tiring. Or how do you say it? Getting me tired also.
Yeah. So were you always in private practice when you came back from brief, or was that something you took up later on? Were you always?
I think I started at 2010, and I think brief was a little bit later. But I also worked for a lot of years in youth care, in clinics. Also as a music therapist, I worked in a psychiatric hospital, and also with children who are autistic or having talking problems. I don't know the real word in English.
Speech and language.
Yeah, okay. I don't repeat it, but I believe that's the right word.
Wow.
Yeah, so I used to work in families a long time.
I think it was 2015 that we met at brief, was it not?
Yeah, that could be. That could be. I think I saw you twice, 2 years next to each other. Is that? Yeah.
I was pregnant the first time we met.
Yeah. Oh, I can remember it really well.
In the wheelchair.
Yeah. I can remember it really well. Yeah. And at the last year, I think Pout and Rob went to your location, your practice.
Yes.
And I should be there, but I was in Bali and I had some difficult circumstances. I couldn't be in London. So, yeah. Unfortunately, in Bali, yes.
Oh,
that was a good. But my husband had an accident. So I couldn't come to London. So that was not a really. But I wanted to see your practice. I heard a good of nice stories about it.
So when you were starting to interact with your clients in a more solution focused way, what difference did you see in your clients and in yourself as a practitioner?
Yeah, that's nice. The last thing in what you said, because the first thing I realized is I feel less responsible for the clients, but I feel responsible for the process, but not for the outcome. And I think that's for me a real big difference. That gives me a lot more space to just play with them and keep asking my next question. And don't think, oh, I'm not going to solve it. Oh, I'm not going to solve it. No, just ask my next question. And if I don't know where we're going, I just ask the client. And then you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's for me the big difference. It gives me a lot of rest. And yeah, for the clients, that's a good question. Well, some clients think, another question. They're not always happy with my questions. And I think some clients, the biggest difference, positive difference, is that the clients feel their strength and feel them growing. And after a conversation, they often say, well, the problem is less big now, and I didn't do anything yet, but it feels that I'm having more hope. So that's sometimes the only difference it makes. But they make other choices when they leave my room, and that's my biggest job to do. So that's for the clients, I believe. And some clients just want advice. They don't like the questions. And that's also when they're sent to me, and the woman or the man who sent them said she's going to solve it, then I have some work to do. So, yeah.
So is your work mainly with families?
Yeah, but nowadays it's with families. There's also children and parents. And nowadays in high conflict, I'm a mediator at these moments. So I often work with only the adults and not with the children. So they have to make their plan how they're going to raise their children. Also they're in conflict. So how are you going to manage it? So I have to be the mediator to have a conversation, to just speak to each other again. Don't fight, and just be parents together. Although you hate the other person. Yeah.
And that must be a really difficult scenario, because I mean, I know I have, and I'm sure Aisha has, where it's one person blaming the other person, and we get this backwards and forwards. You know, if you didn't do this, I wouldn't do X. So they must be really, really difficult at times to get some sort of way forward.
It's nice you said it, because this afternoon I said that solution focus helped me the most in these cases, because I only have my questions, and it helps me not being part of the one or the other. But I'm for the child, not for father or mother. And just keep asking my questions for their preferred future, or their wish, or what they want to be, which parents they want to be, although they have to fight, although they hate each other, but they still want to be the best parents for their children. How are they going to manage? And still ask these questions helps me not to be responsible for their trouble and the difficult things they say to each other. And I think I use a lot of non-violent resistance. That's another methodic, really wonderful. And that's always, what do you do yourself? So not you want to change the other. No. What does it help you? Or what difference would it make for you when the other is doing the things you want them to do? And then you have to change, go back to yourself, and not my husband has to change. No. Okay. Suppose your husband's changing. What difference would it make for you? And then you're back to himself again. So that's the hardest part of job. Stick to that for 1 hour.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of times there's no nice solution in these cases. That's the hardest work for me. That I have my opportunities or my expectations, I think, very low. Very low. Just being at the table, being in a room, and talking to each other. That's sometimes the highest level you can reach in these cases.
Yeah. And you mentioned hope.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that solution focus builds such hope in clients?
Why do I feel that it's built hope? I think when you say the word hope, I'm always thinking about Elliot Connie. For me, hope, Elliot Coney's hope. I don't know why, but I think he introduced the word hope for me or something. I think a lot of people, when I look back in all my career, a lot of people in the whole process, when I coach someone for 1 year or something, or half a year, that didn't change anything. But every session there was hope again. So they survived every time again. And sometimes that's the best thing I can do. Sometimes there's nobody changes. I don't think if anyone can change really in the inside. But when you have hope, you can move forward 1 week more again, or 2 weeks. And after half a year, maybe without me, then they can ask the questions themselves, so they can create their own hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you found that you're having to see clients for less sessions than you used to, or is it pretty much the same?
That's really different. My hope is always that there are less sessions, but sometimes it's not only the parent who expects something from me, it's also the professionals around. So sometimes it's difficult that the parents, that their goal is reached, but then the professional think, no, you have to work on that, you have to work on that, you have to work on, and then there's going to be difficult for what's my position, who is my client, then I have to have some more conversations sometimes, or with the professionals and stop. But I think there's every conversation could be the last, and that's a totally different conversation or traject of process than when I was a music therapist. It was, you have 2 months for observation, then you have 2 months or 3 months for development, then you have to be rehabilitation. So you had worked for 1 year and just following the rules you had to do. And now it's just every conversation the client decides if it's useful. And if it's not useful, I'm going to ask what's more useful. And maybe that's not me. Maybe that's something around, some neighbor or some who else, or some friend or something.
Yeah. That's really interesting because so your clients may come in with one version of their best hope or what their outcome is, and the referrer's one may be totally different. How do you make that? Do you know what? Because you were saying earlier that the referrers may say, well,
the professionals, the referrers.
The professionals might be saying, well, it's lovely that they've reached their best hopes, but for us, it's not good enough. How do you? Because what me and Aisha always feel that we're teaching families a process of I have these hopes. These are the small steps I can get towards making those hopes. And sometimes what social services want, or what we call them in this country, and unless it's a safety issue, we're kind of happy with going with what the client wants. But you sometimes may have that trying to make that balance between what the professional's going to be happy with.
Yeah.
How do you keep that in balance?
Oh yeah, that's really challenging because the professional is also, it's my job. I have to live. I have to earn my money also. So the professional is also important for me, but the client also. So most of the time I'm really transparent and open to the client also, what I'm doing and how the conversations are with the professionals. And I love it when we have the evaluation or the moment to chat how it's going with everybody together. But I think the most difficult is it in the divorced cases, the high conflict divorce. I think the biggest struggle is sometimes the network around, also the professional network. And that's a real challenge. And I think I learned a lot with the mediation that sometimes we can really damage the high conflict divorce even more because the professionals are also a part of the father or a part of the mother, and they struggle together. But we don't even see that we're always struggling. We're in the parallel process, and that's really damaging. So I think nowadays I can say I have the courage more to say I quit because this is not working, and then I can tell the professionals why that I'm doing it. But it's difficult. It's you need to have a lot of power yourself to really stick to what you think that's good to do methodically. Because you're all together, you're all the same, and you're all professionals. You all want the best.
Wow.
What is? Why are you laughing? Tell me.
I'm laughing because I have families that are living together that do not want to be together, that have said they don't want to be together, and like you were saying before, I think focusing on what sort of parent do you want to be, rather than focusing on your relationship, because I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
No,
that decision has been made. So I guess how do you make the best of a bad situation, because you're living in the present. So whatever you're doing now is having an effect on your children. It's I'm just laughing because I've had parents where they will send video clips of the other one being really horrible, and almost wanting you to take sides. In conflict, and that's a really difficult one. Because you want to remain as well as neutral as you can.
And every conversation again that same game is playing, is it? It's not that I send them a mail and I say the framework for them together, how I want to work, but every session again you feel the little moves from both, that they want you in their camp and in their bonding. And that's and that's also the professionals are doing the same. And that's the damage what sometimes is really going on. It's really difficult work, but I love it, but it's really difficult.
So what do you love about it?
I think I love to be aware of everything you're doing. And I think when I work in high conflict divorce, I'm aware of how much I look to the one or the other. What do I say to the one or the other? Which words do I use? Do I repeat his words or her words? So that fine-tuning in the interaction, I think that's the hardest work. And also when I do something wrong, they really hit me. One part said, but you think he's right? Because you looked at him. I thought, that's not good. So I also have a lot of preparation, but also reparation when I do something wrong, that someone feels he's less or she's less. But that's okay. I have to repair it, and then I have to go on with the transference, the neutral. So I think the fine-tuning to be aware of everything I'm doing, everything they are doing, and play that game in the interaction. Is that makes that sense? What I'm saying?
Definitely. Okay. And I've got to say, as you're talking, I'm thinking about what Hannah said about your voice being very calming, and I'm feeling so calm right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why don't I feel calm? Oh.
Joe actually makes me feel calm. If I'm having a little bit of a stressful time, I will walk up to Joe and say, "Talk to me."
Oh, really? Well, you can call me also.
So now, Marieke, I will be calling you also to say, Marieke, just say something. I don't care what you say, just say something to me.
That's good. If Joe's not available, just call me.
Yeah, don't worry. He's going to be happy about that, because now he'll say, just call Marieke. Don't talk to me. Move away from me.
But it's nice to hear.
Yeah. When did you get into the training aspect, Marieke? When did you start training?
I think Rob involved me, and I think it was about 6 years ago or something. I think I did training also before, but 6 years ago I went to the brief. When I went to the brief, I went to train with Rob together also, Rob and Pout also. That was my start, and I didn't love it in the beginning. Really, I was shaking, and I think I was in front of the classroom as if I was a teacher. I thought I had to know every answer, and I had to know everything. And I think the group didn't like me at all. But in a way, I got more to brief, and now I think I'm doing what I want to learn them, and I'm the same in front of the group. So I'm solution focused in front of the group, and that fits me really well. So I'm not responsible for the outcome for the others. They're responsible themselves. And that's what we know, what I really learned at Brief. Brief. So every I don't know the words. Now, everything you have to do from them, it's your responsible what you reach with it. Are you active? Are you not active? Yeah. Do you take it seriously? Don't you take it seriously? Everything's okay.
Yeah, that's outside of our control.
Yeah. That's the good words. Yeah. And I think when I started, I thought I had to control the outcome. I had to control everything. And in this moment, I think I can control the process. It's just working with families. It's exactly the same. I have to lead the process, but they have to do everything themselves to get out of it what will be in there.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think in a year of 5 or 6, I'm active now. And now I like it. I like it, but it took a long time. I'm not really a person who will stand in front of a group of 100 people and love it. Now it makes me really. I'm not sleeping for one night, and when I'm there, I think because of my calmness, no one will see my stress, and I think I will manage also. But it cost me really 1 year of my life, I think. So that's not good.
One year of sleepless nights.
Not sleepless night. No, 1 year of my life and 1 year of my getting older. No, but it's just that's what Brief brought to me, not to be too responsible for everybody and everything, only for my own level. And I can be perfectionist for myself, but I cannot control everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to. I'm really honest, but that's not realistic.
Yeah, and like I said to a family today, we can have a wonderful conversation, and we can look at what you guys want moving forward. But when you leave here, it's up to you to make it happen. Really.
Yeah, that's wonderful said.
There's not a lot else I can do. So I think it's nice because that any improvements that are made can be solely with that client, and it's very empowering.
Yeah, you said it wonderful to the parents. I think that's really true. You can make a change in the session yourself, but what they are going to do with it is up to themselves.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to invite Hannah to FBS Chat. Hannah Dicing, are you hearing me? She's just written, with mediation between couples, does it work if you provide them a tree of positive words or phrases and they have to choose 3 to describe each other?
Oh, I'm trying to understand it. So as I read it, I think I'm reading that they give each other 3 compliments or positive words about the other. Is it?
So you already have those positive words ready, and then they have to choose 3 to describe each other.
Oh, I never tried it.
No, neither have I, but thank you, Hannah.
I'm going to try it, Hannah.
Hannah, thank you. Do not send us an invoice. This was a freebie.
Yeah, but it's wonderful because it looks like when I'm always asking the question, when you go back to the time you were parents together in the way you wanted to be, and what did you like in the other person? Of what was the best character from the other person? So that's something like it. But I think this is more indirect. So this is feels more safe, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna try it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah. I think that's a lovely way of doing it, because I have.
Hold on. Hannah's now
Hannah.
showing off. It just came into my head.
Wow, no, that's great. That's great.
That's fantastic.
Well, keep messaging what else comes into your head, Hannah, but keep it clean.
And I think that's a really nice way of doing it, because I've fallen into that trap before, where I've tried to remind clients of what they saw in each other when they, whenever they first met, or whenever they first knew they were going to be parents. And sometimes it has really, really fallen flat, either because it was an arranged marriage, so I didn't really have a choice.
Oh yeah.
So I think with Hannah's way of doing it, it's more probably safer, because just that thought just kept. Thank you, Hannah. I will definitely steal that.
But I never work with arranged couples that they arranged married. Oh, I think that's more difficult. Well, yeah, I don't know, but I think that's challenging, really.
Yeah. And you can't even ask, well, how come you stayed together? Because culturally, you cannot really. It looks really bad if you separate.
No.
So you're
or
almost,
the question, no. Or the question, why did you fall in love with each other? Because that's sometimes that's not that's a bad question. Because sometimes you have to go back to that point. That how did you fall in love? But sometimes I also get the and we didn't fall in love, but I just got pregnant in 1 week. Okay, and then it's really challenging. What do they have together? Also with the arranged marriage, then they don't have anything emotional together. So that's difficult. Yeah. But if that's the framework, it's the same question, is it? This is the situation it is. And how can you make the best out of this for your children?
Yeah.
So if you could interview, Marieke, any solution practitioner, dead or alive, who would you like to have a conversation with?
Wow. Well, these are big names.
Well, bigger than Joe and me.
But I think I really love Peter Sabo. I love Peter Sabo and the way he's working. And there's not a real name. I also love. Don't know the name anymore. I think I think I love the colleagues in Denmark also, Mia and Pia, and maybe
they're lovely, aren't they?
Maybe I want to have a chat with them because they're in the same work, same youth professionals, childcare. Someone else. Well, I'm not really good at names. This is really a bad habit of me. I'm not good at names and books either.
I always do this. That person.
Yeah, and then with that hair and with that voice. But some person always, when I go with Bout, she said, "Oh, that book and that," and she's like a walking encyclopedia now. Yeah. But I don't know anything, so I cannot give you a real good name. Sorry.
Well, you gave Mia and Pia, who are fantastic people.
Yeah, really.
And they really did make me fall in love with the solution focused approach.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Nice. They really, really did, and I'm forever grateful to them. And to yourself, actually. It was lovely meeting you. In 2015.
That was my first.
What an experience! And we had Harry Coleman join us that year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I didn't know him. It was my first brief, and at the first 2 days, I was thinking, what's going on here? What am I going to learn here? I was really a little bit crashed in my head. But at the third day, I was,
relaxed.
yeah, and I understood that what's going on and what's the process, because I was used to go and sit there and just hear what I needed to learn. So it was a real new
Marieke,
challenge.
on day 2 of brief in 2015,
Yeah.
I was teamed up with Harry Coleman.
Okay. Okay.
And I had to ask him solution focused questions. And like yourself, fresh, I don't know what I'm doing. And every time I asked him a question, he said, try again. So I asked it again, and he'd just say, try again. And that went on for quite a while. To me, it felt like hours.
Oh my.
Yeah. And then he said, that's better. And he got up and walked off.
Oh, really? Really?
I did learn.
Yeah.
That's
true.
He wouldn't give me the answer. He would just try again. Try again.
Yeah.
And through practice and rephrasing what I was trying to ask.
Yeah. But I think that
he did teach me.
Oh, no, he just let it learn yourself and just do yourself. I think that's the biggest thing I learned at Brief, because I was solution focused. I had solution focused education in 2008 or something, but so difficult. It was more to learn the interventions, to do scaling questions, to do the miracle questions. And I thought, when I can do this, I can work solution focused. And then I went to Brief, and it's a totally different world, is it? It's really more how do you look to the people in front of you, and the faith in the other person. It's not about a good or a wrong question. It's just ask your question again. And if you're not having the answer that's helping the other, you ask just another question.
Try again.
I think that, it's not, So he did it really good. Try again. I don't think if it worked for me, I think I wouldn't have said anything 3 days anymore.
I was panicking. I remember saying to Mia, oh my God, I'm so scared. And like you, I didn't know who Harry Coleman was. Sorry,
No.
Harry. I didn't know who he was. No. And I was like, Harry Coleman's asking me questions.
Why? Oh, really?
It was funny. So what's in the pipeline for you?
The pipeline?
What are your best hopes?
I think my best hopes are to develop myself in the high conflict divorce, in the family mediation, in the solution focused way. And I think that's a little bit of a challenge, because I had my training to be a family mediator last year and the year before, but it's not solution focused, not in any way. It's focusing on the problems and where's the pain and when did you leave and what happened. And so I'm still developing in how do I want it to be to make it my style. That's fitting also with the solution focused way, but also have to focus on, sometimes you have to talk about the divorce, and that's a little bit of the past and the pain and that they left, or someone fell in love with someone else. Sometimes they're divorced and never talked about the divorce itself or the reason to divorce. So sometimes you have to go back to that pain, and how can I fit it in with a Brief style? I think that's my challenging at this moment. And just by doing it, I'm just a practice woman, so just doing it, trying it, to ask questions and think, oh no, this doesn't work, and trying it again, doesn't work again, and just try. And also the thing that Hannah said, just try it. Give the three cards. I'm just gonna do it, and maybe it's a nice tool to fit in my backpack.
Thank you, Hannah.
So with all the obviously the high conflict divorce is a tricky a tricky arena. Do any of your clients stay with you where you think, I learned so much from that client, or I learned so much from this interaction?
I think a lot of clients, not one specific. There's not one at this moment, not one specific client, but I think all the cases that didn't work well, they are still in my head because I'm still reflecting on how did I start? What could I have done else? Not because I didn't do it really good, but just to learn from it.
Yeah.
And could I have asked some other questions, or do I have to separate them in the process? Maybe not talk together, but just individual coaching could be also a choice. So I think I'm still working really hard in that process. So all the cases are really, and sometimes they're real heavy cases, and sometimes when it works really well, it's not the best case to learn from. That's really nice, but sometimes the parents are really easy and easy ongoing, but that's not my case that I learn from a lot. That's really nice to give myself this shoulder and think, okay, I did one case really well. But I think the most heavy cases are the parents who were angry with me. I have to learn something from it. So is that a little bit of an answer? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes do you speak to the couple separately, or do you always see them together first? Or
I want to see them together, and they don't. Usually they don't want it, but I know my what my experience is the last year is when I see them separately, they're gonna talk about the other person. And just they're gonna throw the muds about the other person, and it's a really hard job to get it back and to reflect on themselves. They don't want to reflect; they just want to be angry. So it it's not going anywhere. So I think the step to go on the table in my room or online is the biggest step they have to make. But if it's possible, I really want it to be. I really want them there, and they can cry. They don't have to say one word. We can quit after 10 minutes, but coming to my place together or on the same table is the biggest step they have to make. And I think you have to be parents together. So if that's not possible, maybe then at this moment I'm coaching a couple, and after 2 sessions they're only really, really angry after 10 minutes, and we have to shut down the computer. And so at this point I'm thinking maybe this is not the way it's going to work for them. Maybe I have to go an individual process, but I'm not going to work with them individual both. Then I got my colleague, and I'm going to coach one of them, and my colleague, and I'm never going to coach them together, because then when I coach one person and then we're on the table together, there's always one of the other who is with 0 points behind or 10 points behind. So there are always heavy choices. What's the best to do?
And do you often speak to the children involved? Do their wishes get heard?
I used to do it as a family coach. I always do it, but in mediation I never do it, and that's easier for me to work when the children are not involved and I don't have any responsibility to the children. It's better to really activate the parents. But when I have signs that there's danger or something, I have to do something. I think it's more difficult when I work with the whole family. It's really difficult. What's my position? And who am I part of? Who is my client? Children? Or am I going to vote for the children? Or am I going to speak for them? That doesn't feel really well, because I want to give them the confidence to call this, to say the things themselves, to say to the father and mother, I don't like this. You don't have to do this anymore. So when I'm involved, I think that's always a challenging process. So when I really have to work with the children and the parents, I'm going to do it with one colleague, one for the children and one for the parents. So I can be the parents can be my clients, and the children can be the clients of the others.
Yeah, and that's pretty much when we work with families. There's always 2 facilitators.
Okay,
So
also.
we have that we have that opportunity to get maybe what the children's best hopes are, what the parents' best hopes are, and the beauty of it's most of the time they pretty much want the same thing.
Yeah,
So when you come back
that's
together,
true.
it's having that nice kind of. You've all said that you want, I don't know, more peace,
That's nice.
better
Yeah.
communication. How do we move on from here?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And is it also, Joe, that when you work with 2 facilitators in a family, is that also in families where they are not divorced? Is
Yeah.
also. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's generally where the child is showing aggression towards the parents.
Yeah.
So often the parent is the client and the child is generally the unwilling participant a lot of the time.
Okay.
But we've found when we switched from problem focused working to solution focused working, where no one was, it's you're to blame or you're to blame, but how can we move forward together so that everyone's just a little bit more happy with the way things are.
Yeah.
And because it's that collaboration, we find that the young people generally buy into that. Whereas, we often get young people that just don't even want to say a word.
Okay.
Yeah, because they are unwilling participants a lot of the time. But
No.
family work I've always found really, really rewarding.
Yeah.
Even those small changes can make such a big difference.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a morning routine.
Oh, wow.
Even if it's just that half an hour when we wake up, what differences can we make moving forward?
Wonderful. Yeah. Wow.
Marieke,
Yeah.
deciding to become solution focused, who in your family noticed that?
Oh.
This is not gossip. I like
No. I think I think my husband noticed it, and he's not always liking. He asked me questions again. Did you do a new course or something like that? So my husband really noticed it, and my children also, but they were younger then.
But are you a solution focused mum?
Yeah. I'm yeah. So we have a lot of conversations. I ask a lot of questions. So I'm really solution focused, but I also want to control. I'm really honest.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. How easy is it to be a solution focused mum? It's not that easy, right?
No, it's not that easy. And sometimes I want to have a solution focused husband. My husband is not at all solution focused.
I understand.
He wants to control. Okay.
And I go home from work sometimes, and I'm a solution focused mummy. How was your day? What was your moment of brilliance today?
Yeah.
What best pleased you today? Wow, that's fantastic. What difference did it make? Blah, blah, blah. An hour later, I'm screaming.
It's not an hour.
I never do it. Yeah.
Half an hour?
Maybe half an hour.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's really true.
Come on. I mean, it's not that easy, right?
No, it's not that easy. But sometimes you had your working day, you're just tired, and you just want to say, do this, do that, and do it on my way.
Yes. Just I don't have time.
Yeah. I want you to do it like this.
Yeah. It sounds like you know Aisha really well.
Marieke, my 11-year-old, a couple of weeks ago said to me, what difference would it make to me if you nagged me less?
Oh, yeah. Who said it?
My daughter.
Oh, really? She's the mirror. Oh, really?
How do you respond to that? Do you punish them for saying that? Are you happy that they said that?
Oh, really?
Oh, okay. So we've got Hannah, you are coming on the show whether you like it or not. I'm telling you. Do you use your experience of being a mum in your work And do you have any advice for parents of 10-year-olds who act like teenagers already? You're asking the wrong people, Hannah. We just said.
Yeah, but I use my experience of being a mom really, really a lot. And I have a really easygoing daughter. She's like the books, likes the perfect books. But I have a son who is not going like any book. So that was really challenging for me to. And I'm a woman who wants to be a perfect family and a perfect life. So it made me to be shamed when I went to school. And I had a lot of difficult conversations with all the teachers at school. It was embarrassing. And I learned so much of it. I'm so happy to have one kid who was not going just by line and how it has to go with with all the nurses and now I love him. He's now 17. And I use it in my work, really. I don't talk about it with the people I work with, my parents, but some clients I will share something. If it fits in the process. And my son is also having ADHD. So sometimes when it fits, I can say something like, it's really struggling. And when my son was that old, I was sometimes crying what to do. So raising a child is really difficult. And then they're just open mouth looking at me and say, wow, if it's difficult for you, then it must be really difficult for me. So that's always shaming, because I think they look at me as if I know everything because I know it for someone else. I'm just the same person in real life. Just do the same stupid things as a mother.
Yeah.
So to normalize it, I like it. That's just sometimes you hate your children. Yeah, hate is a big word, but sometimes you think, man, shut up.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Just
That
really
is
okay.
absolutely
I think it's
okay.
normal. I think I always say it's not okay if you don't have that feelings. It's not okay if your child is only nice and social. I don't know the word in English, but he behaves only really nice to do what people want from him. I don't think that's the real life.
And I think our children have character.
Yeah.
They are their own person.
Yeah, you need to have it in a world like this, is it?
Yeah, and it's to encourage them to keep, like you said at the beginning, just keep becoming better versions of themselves.
Yeah,
not to change themselves, but just to keep becoming better versions of themselves.
Yeah.
Patience.
I think this is what you say is the biggest challenge as a mom for me, to be the best version. That makes me believe that I have to be solution focused with my children, but sometimes I just want to say, no, you have to go right. It's the best way. Yeah. No, you have to go that school. That's the best school. Just go there. No, go there. But that's not solution focused, is it? They have to find their own way and make their own choices. And I think that's the biggest struggle. When can you just let them make their own choices? And when do you need to have your responsibility as a parent and to say, no, this is the border.
That's exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's our responsibility to try and keep them safe.
Yeah,
and let them find their own way when it's okay to do so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but some things they just don't have a choice.
No, that's true. No, that's true. And you have to say, no, it's not going to happen. Why? It's not going to happen.
When I every now and then I've become this lovely solution focused mum. Scale your day. 10 being it was very good and 1 being the complete opposite. How was your day? And sometimes she'll respond really well and give me a number. And other days she's like, Mum, can you just stop now?
It's true. My son always said on every question, just normal. How was your day? Normal. How was this? Normal. Well, he doesn't say anything. What's normal? No, he's not going to answer. No, he's not going to answer anymore. But the second question of Hannah, it's not so easy, is it? How do you have advice for children who are 10 and behave like they're all adolescents or puber or
teenagers?
Teenagers. And I think as parents, sometimes we have to just pretend we can't hear anything.
We can't hear anything. You just don't
pretend
hear.
you can't hear anything. Just let it slide by.
It's like the teenagers themselves who walk in the room with all headphones. They don't listen. My son is from this Apple AirPods. You don't see them. And I'm talking to him and he's not responding at all. And after 10 minutes, I'm listening music. So we should do it as a mum also. Oh, sorry, I was listening to...
Maybe we should write a book about, 100 things you can do as a parent.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter Hannah is 11 and she's she tries it on. Joe knows all the stories. She can try it on. She has a beautiful character. She's lovely. She has a beautiful character, but she's growing physically, mentally. Everything's changing.
Yeah.
And sometimes she might say something that I don't like.
No.
So when I'm solution focused, I say, do you want to just say that again, but say it in a way that's more useful?
Wow.
And in a way that I would appreciate it.
And what does she say?
And then she'll do it.
Oh, wow.
She'll think about it and she'll rephrase what she was saying.
Wow.
When I'm not solution focused, then I won't repeat what I say. But it's not very solution focused.
No.
And it just depends on the mood that you're in.
Yeah, that's it. And I think we all have our own triggers from our own youth, from our own behavior. And you are not always methodically mom. You're just a mom. You're just a human being with all your habits, with all your pain from your own youth, with all your red lights who are spotting on when they do something that you think,
I'll always give the example of Joe. I'll always use Joe and his son, who's a great adult now. Joe is the most patient man I've ever met.
Okay. I can imagine, yeah.
He's so patient, it's unbelievable. And I have seen Joe with difficult children or children that are displaying signs of, being challenging. I've seen Joe sit down with teenagers and teach them. And I was at his house and I was sitting by the dining room table and Joe, his son called him from the kitchen and you could see through. I could see through into the kitchen. Dad, can you help me with this maths problem? So Joe got up, walked to the kitchen. About 10 minutes later, all you hear is Joe.
Oh, really?
How many times do I have to explain it to you? It goes to show that with your own children, it's not so easy.
No, that's really true. And that's another side of Joe.
No.
And
I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
It's, I think in terms of what Hannah's saying, I think it's, you try to remain curious as if that 10-year-old is someone you don't know. So what is it about, I don't know, whatever they want to do that's teenagery, but they're only 10. So what difference would it make to you if you were allowed to do that? And then go through the whole process and eventually get them to realize that maybe they're a bit too young to consider that. Do you know what I mean? So someone has said, I don't want to go to school anymore. I hate it. Okay, so if you didn't go to school, how do you think that would benefit you? Well, I'll be able to stay at home and play them up. Okay, so when you're 16, how do you think that would benefit you if you don't go to school? Carry on. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's having to go through that process because it's a bit like if you have a forbidden toy behind a barrier, that toddler will always want the toy that's behind the wall, not the one that's in front of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We always seem to want something that's beyond reach, and it's kind of sometimes just having a conversation about, so if you were to get this toy that's beyond reach, what difference would it make to you, and et cetera, et cetera. So because as soon as you say no, it becomes more enticing. It becomes something that is the forbidden fruit.
Yeah, that's and sometimes, but maybe that's a stupid advice. It's not solution focused, one advice, but just don't take them too seriously. I think when my son is saying a lot of things that I'm getting, he's 17, so now it's blowing. Friends are blowing. He's also sometimes blowing. And he's saying things I can be really scared of. But he's also saying afterwards, well, I just said it. I'm not going to do it. Do you really think I'm going to do that? But I didn't sleep for one night because I thought, oh, what's going to happen? So I think sometimes they're also saying things just to feel how it is when they're saying it, but don't really do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
almost
just
like what we call testing the water.
Yeah.
yeah, and not only for you, but also for themselves. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Oh, Mark, Matt, that's a name I know from Holland.
So when do you
Oh.
consider giving advice is appropriate as an SF practitioner? Oh.
Appropriate is toegestaan. Appropriate. That's when appropriate is when you can do it.
Yeah.
Is
When
it?
do you think it's okay to give
Oh
advice?
yeah, that's okay. Well, usually what I should do is always ask the other one. So when I'm in a chat, when I should be in a chat now, and Hannah was in real life in the chat, I would ask Hannah, is it okay to give me one advice? I have an idea that I want to share with you. Is that okay? So I think that's the only answer I can give. I'm always asking for the other, is it okay? Because I'm thinking something. Also with clients, I always do it.
Yeah.
I have one idea. And they always say yes. I never had someone who said no. Maybe my husband, but not my clients. No.
Oh, what does this mean? Thank you.
Passend. That fits. That fits.
Okay.
I think that's the English word, that it fits well.
Yeah.
That's a
Mark
fitting
is
answer.
teaching us. Thank you, Mark. Well, we've actually come to the very end. That was very quick.
Wow.
Well,
What time is it? 9 o'clock. Oh, I could chat with you 1 hour.
Oh,
wow.
it's beautiful. Honestly, that just flew by.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It just flew by. You are a wonderful person with your beautiful, calming voice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so
we
much.
must talk more often.
Yeah, that's really true. I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in any way. It doesn't matter in what way, but
We should have a little meetup club with Pout and Pia
yeah.
and you and
Oh,
Mark.
yeah. But we can do it in Zoom or in Teams or in any online meeting.
We'll organize it. But
yeah, we're gonna do it. But
any
thank
last
you very
words,
much.
guys?
What did you say?
Just thank you so much, Marieke. It's the first time I think we've ever met, and it's been a pleasure.
You've met her before.
Was this at the summer school? Because you two keep going on about.
No, I saw you also at summer school.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
I don't know what I'm saying.
When you get to my age,
I try
when
and
you
learn
get to my
Italian.
age,
It's not working.
Okay. It's okay. It's
right.
okay.
Yeah, I should have known, because if you was in a wheelchair, it was me that was pushing you around.
No, there was a colleague of you, and I don't see it with the white colored hair.
Yeah.
So I don't see her anymore in your practice, I think. Okay.
No.
Okay. But thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been lovely, and we will meet again soon.
Yeah, really.
We're back on Wednesday for I don't know what we've got ourselves in for, but Jason, our colleague, will be interviewing Joe and I. I don't know what he's up to, but I know he's been taking lots of notes recently.
Oh, okay.
So that will be Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
No idea what's going on, but we'll see what happens. But Marieke, can you please stay there? Don't go anywhere. And everyone else, see you Wednesday.
Thank you.
Bye.